Welcome. So, in this section, we would focus on the last phase of India's independence and the partition of India from 1942 to 1947. In the last class, we have already discussed about the Quit India movement followed by the formation of Indian National Army. Now, whenever Indians tried to raise voice against the Britishers, they were crushed. And this we have seen through numerous episodes through the revolt of 1857, the partition of Bengal by Lord Curzon in 1905. We have seen this in non-cooperation movement 1920, civil disobedience 1932, and then we have also seen that as one of in its worst form in the Quit India movement. Now, considering all these episodes that have happened, the attitude of British government towards India significantly took a twist in 1945, and that was the time when the World War was about to get over, but at the same time the position of Britain was weakening, because in the international scenario the two new superpowers that emerged were Russia and United States, and both of these superpowers were actually pressing Britain to end their rule in India, and therefore the Britishers started to have a sympathetic attitude towards India. As a result, Lord Attlee was appointed, and Lord Attlee at that time actually had a very sympathetic opinion and wanted to have certain negotiations and develop self-government in India. Now, for this idea, he sent three of the people to India, and these three persons, when they entered India, they wanted a plan to be executed. However, when they had rounds of negotiations, they could not find anything substantial that could come out, but the last thing that could come out was a proposal given by them itself as the cabinet mission plan that we would understand in a while. But to understand all these factors, we must understand how these sequence of things happened. So one was definitely the influence of Second World War that happened. The second important episode that was happening was the activities of Indian National Army, which weakened the idea of Indian Army in Britain, helping Britain, because Britishers were now no more able to rely on the Indian Army and Indian soldiers. So their faith was not sound or not profound on the Indian soldiers now. The third important thing was an important mutiny, and that was the Royal Navy mutiny that happened in 1946. Also, the weakening of the Indian Army through the activities which brought in the fact that Indian Army could not be relied upon by the Britishers was again a important aspect. Now, because of these sequence and series of events, there was a serious discontent that was seen and a public revolt that British government was now facing. On the other hand, despite the efforts of moderates, there were radical groups who were active, and some of the territories were even under the radical leaders, and therefore that was again a threat to the existence in India. Now, there was another important communal disturbances that were happening within the nation at that time, and it was Sir Muhammad Iqbal at the Allahabad session of Muslim League in 1930 who conceived the idea of a Muslim state. However, he wanted that this state should be a merger with the main Indian Federation. On the other hand, there were a group of young men at Cambridge under Rahmat Ali, and these wanted a separate identity or a separate existence, and they said that we would have a separate existence. Iqbal, on the other hand, believed that there would be a separate Muslim state, but it would remain within the Indian Federation and there would be a merger. So the thinking or the divide between the two Muslim ideologies cropped at this point, and Rahmat Ali laid down the idea of Pakistan. Now, the word Pakistan's origin is again important. So P stands for Punjab, A for the Afghan province, that was that time's northwest frontier province. So that Afghan province was the northwest frontier province. K for the region of Kashmir, S for the region of Sindh, and the last word Tan came from the last letters of Baluchistan. So these were the areas that came together to form the state of Pakistan, or the idea of Pakistan was actually to incorporate the territories of Pakistan, of Punjab, Sindh, Kashmir, Afghan province, and the regions of Baluchistan. So this whole idea was a separate thing that was happening simultaneously. Now, why this cabinet mission proposal came in? We already saw that there was Lord Attlee at that time, and the position of Britain was weakening. The superpowers of Russia and US emerged at that point. So a proposal was sent to have a constitution for India, and this was led by three important persons who were Patrick Lawrence. Then you had Cripps, the same Cripps who led the Cripps mission, which we have studied before, and Mr. Alexander. So three of them came to India on 24th of March 1946 with an idea of bringing in cabinet mission proposal. They negotiated with the people, talked with the people, but ultimately they could not find an easy way out. So as a result, what happened was, rather than bringing in the suggestions from the people, which they failed to, they laid their own cabinet mission proposal. But before that, let's understand what was the cause that led to the bringing in of the cabinet mission proposal in India. The first was the Labour Party came into existence in England in 1945, and therefore self-government and granting self-government to India became one of the motives. The second was the cabinet mission wanted to consult the Indian leaders on the question of transfer of powers, and this was because of the fact that the position of Britain was weakening and Russia and United States were emerging as superpowers who were constantly pressurizing Britain for granting independence to India. So Mr. Attlee was left with no other alternative but to have a sympathetic position for India. The next was the organization of Indian National Army by Subhash Chandra Bose, which actually motivated the prisoners of war who were captured by Japan, who represented India in the Second World War on the side of Britain. The fourth important thing that happened was an open revolution broke out at the naval station in Mumbai, and this was in 1946 February. Not only the naval operations, but also there was a revolt at the Air Force station. So both of these stations were actually against the British philosophies, and finally it was a time when Britishers were starting to realize that their days are really numbered in India, and that was one of the major fear that Britain had, and one of the major reasons that they came up with this cabinet mission proposal. So what was the proposal? The proposal was pretty simple, that the federation of all the province and states would be given, and this was be the Indian Federation. Now there would be powers which would be given to the province and the federal setup. The province would have all other subjects and residuary power.